At 80 years old, Iris Jones believed she'd never find love again. But after a chance encounter on social media, she finally met the man of her dreams, 35-year-old Mohammed from Cairo in Egypt.
And despite insisting that their relationship is the real deal, Iris's friends and family have expressed concerns about the couple's long-distance love, particularly their 45-year age gap.
But in an attempt to finally set the record straight, we are joined by Iris now. And Iris, thank you for joining us today. It's lovely to meet you. So just a little bit about you, first of all. You're a retired cleaner. You live in Weston-super-Mare. You've got 2 sons by your ex-husband, who sadly passed away in 2016. Yes. And you said that it was your son, actually, that bought you a computer. And this computer's become a bit of a lifeline for you. It's where you communicate with people all over the world in all different forums and chat rooms.
I said it brings the world to my doorstep.
Which is lovely.
Yes.
So when you got a message and Mohammed slid into your DMs, you weren't too surprised?
No.
And did you think this, to begin with, that this was just a friendship thing, really?
Yes.
OK.
So how did it develop? Tell us about him.
Well, we found we had lots in common. He's very, very intelligent, and he wanted someone to message or to be in contact with who, you know, could sort of be on a level intellectually. And he found that with me. We had lots of interest, and I expressed an interest about going to the pyramids. I've always been interested in Egyptology, and it's often been my wish to go to Egypt. And he encouraged that.
Yeah.
So, as Holly said, you're talking to people all over the world, but he stuck out as being someone quite special. You talked to him a lot more. You got deeper and deeper into conversations. He was the one that actually got flirty first of all, wasn't he?
Yes.
And so, what did he say, and what did you say?
He proposed after 15 days.
Did he?
And I said, "You are absolutely mad." I said, "How can you have feelings for a woman you've never even met? Someone who's 46 years your senior, is it senior?
Senior. Yeah.
And, you know, you're out of your mind."
Right, OK. So you yourself had those concerns to begin with. Your initial instinct was, this can't be quite right.
Yeah.
So you started to video call with one another.
Yes.
And needless to say, I guess once you opened that door, you started to get real feelings for him.
That's right, yes. Especially when he said he had a job lined up in Turkey,
right,
a big contract, and he would be going for 6 months. And when we ended the chat, I just broke my heart. I thought, I don't want him to go. But I told him he must go. I said, you can't give up your career just, you know, on a whim of me going to Egypt. And he gave it up. He cancelled the job. Was
there a moment where you thought, oh, this could be one of those scams, you know, they're very, very clever, they suck you in and they fleece you, take your house, you know. Did you ever worry about that?
Lots of people warned me about that, my sons, friends, but I knew from the conversations we had, he was very, very genuine, and he knew I was genuine.
Well, the thing is that with all of these things, you know, people do tend to send money and all that business, and you said, you know, you've never sent him any money, and he doesn't want anything. He's got his own house over there. Yeah. So you went to Cairo.
Yeah.
And you met at the airport. What was that meeting like?
Fantastic. I didn't realise he was so tall, 6'2".
6'2".
He was an Adonis, absolutely amazing.
And were you nervous? Like, when you were nervous, did you like hug him? How do you greet one another?
He just grabbed me in a bear hug, lifted me off the ground.
So this sounds very romantic, and you had a wonderful time together.
True.
Well, hold on a minute.
Well, I know, I was about to get to that.
No, you carry on. Fire wherever you want at me.
Well, no, I mean, we're obviously fascinated, as I'm sure is everybody else.
Yeah.
That night.
The first night.
Oh, the first night. Pretty rough. It was rough. Nobody had been near me for 35 years. I thought I was a virgin again.
Oh, really?
Anyway, but can I say what we used? A whole tube of KY jelly?
Oh.
Yeah, you can say that. You can say that.
And the thing is, I couldn't walk the next day. I felt as if I'd been riding a horse. Saddle sore, wasn't in it. Anyway, we got over that. We got over that. The sex is not the important thing.
Right.
Because I can't sleep with him. You get an elbow in the face, a knee in the back.
Oh, he's a fidgeter.
Oh, he's terrible. Right. And I used to sleep on the settee. So, separate beds when we get married.
So the passion is alive,
oh,
definitely.
God, yes. Yeah.
You met his mum?
Yes.
What was that
yes.
like? Did she approve of you?
Wonderful.
Were you nervous to meet her?
Well, what happened, his parents are strict Muslim. They're not very keen on our lifestyle in the West. And Mohammed was going to lie to them and tell them he was going to work in Kuwait, when in actual fact he wanted to come to Britain with me. And I said, you can't lie to your mum, Mohammed. He said, it's not right, and you'll break her heart. So he told her, he said, Mum, he said, I've met a nice lady from England. I've fallen madly in love with her. I can't live without her. And whatever you and Dad say, I'm going to be with her.
And what did his mum...
And let's meet her.
Right. And what did they... When they found out that you were 80, what did they say?
She's never mentioned age. It doesn't matter. It doesn't... She's seen how happy I've made her son, and she's wished us all the best.
Well, I mean, you know, this is progressing quite quickly, because by the end of this trip, you've decided you do both want to get married. And I think you went to the British consulate, wasn't it, to ask the embassy to go and see whether or not this was possible. There wasn't paperwork there that you needed to get married in that country. They needed proof that you were actually divorced, something you didn't have. So you couldn't get married, and you had to return back to England. He tried to come to England, and his visa was denied.
That's right, yeah.
So where does that leave you now? Because you're still fully intent on marrying this man.
We've got the correct paperwork now, but the British Embassy want me there February the 14th.
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day. So I'm going to do a quick trip. I'm going over there.
And which is the ring that you...
Oh, that's the... We exchanged rings outside the embassy. I gave him my ring, and he bought me this one.
So which one is it?
That one there.
This one
This
there.
one there. That's absolutely beautiful.
And are your sons any closer to accepting him into the family?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
They realise that my happiness is more important than their happiness. They're settled. I want to be settled now with this gentleman, even though he's younger than my boys and I'm older than Mohammed's mother. But it doesn't make any difference.
Listen, love knows absolutely
Age is no barrier.
boundaries.
Age is no barrier.
Precisely. I couldn't agree more.
That's right.
But if, for any reason, he can't come here, then would you go and live over there?
Oh, I'd have to, wouldn't I? And I hate the place. I don't like Cairo.
Oh, don't... Well, it is a very, very busy, noisy city.
Very dusty.
Yes, yeah.
And there's no health and safety. I fell down
Crossing the road is tricky.
Well, I fell down the stairs there, ended up in hospital for 2 days, and he slept on the floor in the hospital. He wouldn't leave me.
Well, that's love for you.
He wouldn't leave me.
Well, we wish you the best of luck. We hope that you get your happiness.
I'd like to mention the newspaper that wrote such lies about us. She took our story and twisted everything. He's not unemployed. He's a qualified engineer of welding.
Yeah, he's got a house, got a job, you know.
He hasn't got a house. Well, he lives in a block that his parents own, see, you know. And he doesn't want my bungalow. My bungalow, I call it a chicken shack because it's only small. And he will sign a disclaimer saying he does not want it. He doesn't want anything off me.
Like a prenup.
He just wants me.
Yeah.
He just wants me. And I want him.
Well, we've got a message from him. He says, I love Irish to the point of madness. I will not look at destructive and frustrating opinions. Love knows no barriers, and I do not care about people's opinions. Our love will win in the end because it is true love. Please support us to the end.
Oh, that's him.
That's lovely.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Thank you.
I didn't
we'll
know
give
that.
You that. Look, you can keep that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, and good luck with it all.
Oh, that's
you well.
I've enjoyed being on the programme.
Well,
oh, that's
lovely
all right.
having you.
Sit
Don't
yourself
go
down.
anywhere.
Sit yourself down. Yeah, you
stay,
can.
stay,
That's
stay
all right.
put, stay
You don't want to
Stay
get
there.
rid of me.
No, you
We've
can
just
stay.
got other bits and
Right.
pieces to do here, but you can sit there. We'll get you a cup of tea.